Papal Doctrine, Anti-Marriage. Our source and the location of our quote: in a sermon of the Reverend Thomas Vincent of Christ Church, Oxford, that doctrine in the Church of Rome which forbids to marry is a wicked doctrine, or the Popish doctrine which forbiddeth to marry is a devilish and wicked doctrine. 1. How far the Popish doctrine forbiddeth to marry. First, negatively. This doctrine doth not forbid all marriage, and yet this I may truly say, that Popish writers speak so disgracefully and contemptuously of marriage in their argumentations against the marriage of some, that if all were true which they affirm, it would be unlawful for any, as they hope for salvation, to link themselves in the bonds of matrimony. Secondly, and positively, the Popish doctrine forbiddeth the marriage of the clergy, particularly of bishops, priests, and deacons, and of all that enter into holy orders, and not only of all those men who are employed in the service of the church and ministry, but also of all those women and virgins who have vowed continency, and have entered themselves into nunneries. Vincent Thomas, a sermon. That doctrine in the Church of Rome which forbids to marry is a wicked doctrine, or the Popish doctrine which forbiddeth to marry is a devilish and wicked doctrine. In James Nichols, The Morning Exercises at Cripplegate, St. Giles in the Fields, and in Southwark, being diverse sermons preached A.D. 1659 to 1689 by several ministers of the gospel in or near London. 6 volumes, 5th edition, London, printed for Thomas Tegg, 1845, volume 6, sermon 19, 17, pages 337 through 372. The quote appearing on page 340 in particular.